So Acura, great cars, but they have this alphabet soup of car names that is probably a little bit confusing to some people. So they're kind of whittling those down a little bit.
Yeah, they have an Acura TLX. It's a new car that's trying to kind of compete with, you know, the BMW 3 Series. It's a little smaller. Tell us about that, Ed Wallace.
Well, good morning. That's right. Acura went to alphanumerics back in 1995. In fact, I was in that meeting with the Acura executives, and I said, you know, you all have such great name values. This is an insane move. What we've done is we've taken the TSX in Acura's lineup and the TL, combined them into what is now the TLX. Now, we've got the same wheelbase as we had with the old TL, but the car's an inch narrower and it's about 4 inches shorter than it used to be. So it's a bit more of a compact vehicle, correctly in line more with the new Mercedes CLA and the BMW 320i. When we get to it, by the way, 2 engines. Our 4-cylinder engine that's in this car is 206 horsepower. You can still get the V6, and that takes you up to 290 horsepower. And doing 60 miles an hour in this car this week, 41 miles to the gallon. It's only rated by the EPA at 35. Very nice dash. As is with many of their products now, we have 2 center screens in the dash. The lower section is going to be your radio, air conditioning. The upper section's the navigation system. It even has things like warning lights to tell you if people are in your blind spot, but unlike the top-line Honda Accord, when you make a right-hand turn signal, you don't get that video camera that shows you in the lane taking over the navigation screen. Believe me, that was great. Going to the back, I actually read a review this week from a guy who said he's 6'5" and he could get in the back seat easily. I'm 5'9" and I only had a couple inches of headroom in it, so I don't know how he did it unless if he's laying over sideways, but it's still more than a reasonable amount of space. When we go to the trunk in the back, it's very, very deep. In fact, that's a very, very nice feature of it. It goes way back. It's cut low. You can see you can put fairly large boxes in easily. So let's talk about the difference between the old TSX, the old TL, which I have one, mine's about 1.5 years old, and this one. Well, I've been pretty disappointed with my TL. I don't think it was near as nice a car as they had in the previous generation. This time, this new vehicle from Acura, it drives better than my TL, it is quieter than my TL, it has all sorts of sports modes on it, which can make it a lot more fun to drive than my TL, and it smokes in terms of gas mileage. Everything about this car, even though it's a little bit smaller, is vastly superior to the Acura that I currently have. Now, they start about 31. This one's 35.9 with navigation, everything in the 4-cylinder. The V6s will still take you over $40,000, but at 35.9 for everything on it, it's the same price as the 320i with that equipment, same price as the CLA. But a lot of people will take the Acura, not necessarily for the cachet, but because they're going to go for the Honda quality in it. It's probably Acura's best job on a car in a decade. And with that, y'all have a good weekend.
Thanks, Ed. You too. Ed is on the radio, 570 KLIF. Tomorrow, his car column, always in tomorrow's Fort Worth Star-Telegram automotive section. So just remember that. It's very simple, LaToya. Yes. I know you're not a car geek, but TLX, CLA, 320i. Right. They're all A-okay?
A-okay.
All right, 7